Yes, I know, sacrilege. I'm wearing a Mario shirt in a Sonic video. I didn't notice it till the second I was about to hit the record button. I just want to point that out now so the comment section isn't full of that, even though I don't have one. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video game analysis. Yeah. Today we're going to be talking about Sonic the Hedgehog. I've been picking on him too much this season, like I said last time. So, a topic I always want to talk about Sonic is something that I don't see get spoken about very often, and I think it's a really cool topic. It's the idea of Sonic developing his speed ability, and yeah, I think it's that simple. So let's get started on it. So in Sonic's early days, his genesis, if you will, there's one ability Sonic had in Sonic 1, running left and right and jumping. You know, it's a very simple, classic way to make the side-scrolling platformer. And you know, especially for the 16-bit era that included, you know, 3 buttons on the Genesis controller, later 6. You know, there's always something that Sonic can jump, and with 1 button. He didn't have any special abilities. He just jumped, and you know, a 3-button controller during the time where developers wanted to use as many buttons and action commands as they could to emulate the PC market and the arcade market. I think that's what made Sonic success. We talked about that before. You know, his simplicity, yet his building off of the Mario formula, and you know, in his own unique way. We talked about that in the past. We already spoken about how, you know, how the developers created Sonic and how they used Sonic as a springboard to move forward from what Sega's attitude towards the successful side-scrolling platforming genre can be. So now what's really cool is a little detail in Sonic 2's manual where they explain that Tails was the one that came up with the idea of the spin dash right here. Well, that was really lucky timing. Where Sonic can, you know, Tails noticed that Sonic, as he goes down inclines and whatnot, he can hold down and start rolling up to a ball as he can when he jumps. So it was Tails' idea to just rev that up like a wheel, and he moved forward at a greater speed. Then there was also the idea of Sonic CD, where there was also the Super Peel Out, and there was also a early version of the Spin Dash. Keep in mind, Sonic CD was after Sonic 2, but it was actually developed before Sonic 2, and it had a lot of ideas for after Sonic 1. So just keep that in mind when I speak in this language. But yeah, you know, like Sonic had that Super Peel Out. It was the first sign of Sonic showing he wanted to get better. He wanted to work on his speed, because obviously his nemesis, Dr. Eggman Robotnik, obviously he's going to get better. He's going to figure out new ways to try to destroy Sonic. So Sonic has to get better too. It's the classic protagonist-antagonist method. The arch nemesis needs to get better, and when he returns, the hero will be better too. So all of this combined, we're talking here about Sonic obviously needs to increase in power. So he does that with his strength. His strength, the thing that defines him most, is his speed, his ability to run really fast. So we see that as time moves on. He works on new ways and new creative ways to use his speed to become a better hero. And, you know, it also shows the fact, especially since he's a teenager, that his growth is very apparent throughout his game's history. Alright, so let's take this moment to talk about Sonic Generations. Let me do it now. Sonic Generations had a lot of cool moments with the interaction between the classic and the modern era Sonic. And one thing I really would have loved if they did the original idea where they also had a Dreamcast Sonic, a third Sonic in the game. But, you know, I guess, you know, what are you going to do? Maybe in the sequel that everybody wants. I'm just saying. But yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog had a way of growing, and you know, the one cutscene I really wanted to mention in this video, since I came up with the idea, was the cutscene where there was the 2 Sonics meeting each other for the first time, and through it they thought was a mirror, and you know, they were doing the same things. Obviously, they're the same person, haha. But what was much more apparent was the fact that when they got to the end, when they noticed there were 2 different people, was when Dr. Eggman was, you know, they were showing off, you know, they're like, the Eggman was just like, hey Sonic, we could destroy you. So what was interesting was
the classic Sonic ran straight at it, while the modern Sonic said, hey, wait, that's a much bigger moment for characterization than people give credit for when it comes to Sonic. Where Sonic does learn over time that he has to be a little more thoughtful. Something that I honestly do think they kind of took away a little too much in Sonic Lost World. I mean, yes, he still should have his vices, but at the same time, not completely get rid of the fact that he did learn over time. That he did start to understand that he needed to analyze and stop and understand what he needs to do. That's a big strength, and that is also a big way he increases his abilities and his power.
The biggest increases in his power, especially in the modern era, was his ability to boost, to do the homing attack. That was one of the first things in the Dreamcast era with Sonic. He's able to do the homing attack where he can home in on enemies using his speed. He's able to boost like so. He's able to drift. He's able to stomp. He's able to wall jump. There's a lot of new abilities in which Sonic was learned over time. It got to the point where where people would think he would reach his full power, and in Sonic Generations, that becomes very apparent when his other Sonic was trying to practice the homing attack, and even in a 3DS version of Sonic Generations, where he did teach the classic version of Sonic the homing attack, which is really cool. Especially I always especially like the fact that the boost started in 2D Sonic games with Sonic Rush, and then migrated to 3D with Sonic Unleashed, because it does again, like even in a maybe not towards, if Sonic, let's say Sonic was a real person, even if there was the fact that Sonic the Hedgehog was just doing what he was doing, he also had this thing where even in his 2D games, a simpler, more familiar feeling to him, he discovers his power. Then into 3D, he starts to use it to his advantage. And the Wisps here were an interesting addition too, because it gave Sonic power-ups, so outside abilities. It shows that Sonic is willing to use his environment to assist him. In the past he's had things like shields and whatnot, which worked great, but actually using outside forces like the Wisps to increase his natural ability is something to really look into. And at this point, it's like Sonic really is starting to understand a lot of his power. Like he's using it in so many creative ways. I'm sure a lot with the help of his friends, like mostly Tails. He probably learned a lot of things from enemies along the way, like maybe even in Sonic Riders with some stuff he learned from there. Especially when he was outside of his element in the sky. But yeah, I think the point is pretty clear.
Another fun fact to mention is with the homing attack, that actually originated in Sonic 3D Blast with the use of a special shield that allowed you to use the homing attack. So, there's another example of Sonic over time using things he's figured out on his own. Like he noticed, hey, this shield can do it, why can't I do this naturally? And, that's also goes for the fact of the what was it called? The ability where you can go through the rings really fast. You know what that is, because it always makes you accidentally hit it horizontally and you fly off into death. Yeah, like abilities like that, he was able to do it naturally. He was able to do the Sonic Cyclone thing, which he ended up abandoning. There are some abilities Sonic just doesn't do anymore in favor for others. And, that's a great segue into the next part, into the most modern game in Sonic. That was a very hit-and-miss game, but at the same time, Sonic earned new abilities. And I would think it would come from the fact that he noticed that, hey, I can wall jump. That's not something many people can do. But what if I can take it further than that, And, that's what I'm going to be... I think it's really clear what game we're getting to in the next bit.
Yes, even more referencing things we did the week before. Sonic Lost World. Now again, this is a game I actually enjoyed. I did recognize this is, I do think this isn't a great game. I think it's pretty subpar, to be honest, but I did enjoy it. I did have a good time with it. The parkour system, though, is what's really important to talk about here today. One thing people wondered was, why did they get rid of the boost gameplay that was doing so well with Sonic Generations? Personally, I do think this game could have benefited a lot from having the boost ability as well. I think the one thing I always said was instead of the trigger button making Sonic run faster, it should have slowed him down. His natural speed should have been the fastest one, and then he should have had like a button to help him slow down for control's sake. The opposite effect would have been really nice. But what are you going to do? So yeah, the parkour in Sonic, he's able to go up walls, he's able to run on the side of walls, he's able to like go back and forth between two walls, help him move forward like so. And obviously he brings back his bounce ability that, remember, was originally only able to do with the bounce bracelet from Sonic Adventure 2. But then he realizes, hey, I can just do this naturally. Like many things. Like there's this clear ability thing Sonic's doing, and part of me thinks that Sonic doesn't do the boost because he's working on this parkour ability right now. It's something he's been practicing and he wants to master, and he's using this adventure as an excuse to do it. He doesn't have time to boost right now, and whatever the next Sonic game's going to be, which Sega keeps promising, I'm sure it's going to adopt elements from these from this game and games like Sonic Generations or Colors or whatnot. Like I think we'll have a huge. I think this will be a really good experience because Sonic will get to put all of his new abilities together, and it'll be really interesting. It'll be cool. It'll be cool. I don't know what they're gonna do. I have no idea. They're very secret about it, which gets really annoying. But what are you gonna do, right? So yeah, like here, this is to me, like if you rationalize why there is no boost in this game, other than the fact that it wouldn't really assist the parkour gameplay very well, is the fact that Sonic is working on his new abilities, and he's bringing back some abilities like the bounce bracelet and the diving and the wall jumping from Sonic Colors to to aid in those new abilities. Sonic is constantly working on becoming a stronger hero, becoming a better at his speed. Because that's what he is. That's his strength. He's aware of this. He's aware of the fact that he is speed. He calls himself the fastest thing alive. It is his whole identity as a person. That gives him his attitude, his edge, and like this part I always enjoy doing. Check this out. Oh yeah. And he's like, obviously the spin dash comes back in full force, which was kind of lacking because it wasn't needed with the boost ability. So there's just more of Sonic combining his abilities old and new together to try to work on something.
So that's what we got for today. Yeah. Um. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I like if you actually see Sonic as a growing, like especially since he's a teenager, like they always say he's 15 or whatever. He's at the point of his life where he needs to grow, and personally, I think modern Sonic's like 20, or 19 or something, like something around there. Because I do like that idea of Sonic aging in generations. Like there's an older Sonic and a younger. They can't be the same year old. Like it just can't happen. I mean, obviously, don't reference his age and his birthday in the beginning. I thought that was really clever. That Sonic Generations started with a birthday, to show that he is getting older, and then it creates, it better illustrates, I should say, that relationship between classic and modern Sonic, like as if he's a younger brother. So yeah, next time, I don't even know. I honestly don't. Next time, it took me a while. I cut out that thinking time for you because I'm nice. But yeah, next time, we're going to finally tackle Minecraft. I have the ability to record it now, and we're going to go for it. There's a lot to talk about Minecraft. It's a very, very huge topic, so I can do a whole season on Minecraft. But something, I'll just condense it down to the social impact that Minecraft has created in the gaming world. So yeah, sorry I had to wait for that, and I'll see you. Even bad with these closings too.
If there's anything I missed, if there's anything I got wrong, if there's anything you would like to add to the conversation, please do not hesitate to leave a comment, like and subscribe and share and do all that fancy stuff. Thank you all so much for watching. I've been Billy, your video game analyzer. Have a good day, good night whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you next time.